On today's episode of the EMET Report.
The final countdown as voting closes for the university-wide student government elections.
Xcel Energy last-minute power cuts left thousands in the Denver area unprepared for nearly 100-mile-per-hour storm winds.
Beyoncé is taking the Billboard charts by storm with her latest album.
And quick look at MSU Club Baseball.
All this and more starting right now.
Good morning and welcome to the EMET Report. It's Friday, April 12th. I'm Miah Ntepp.
And I'm Corral. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have plenty to cover, so let's get started.
Well, Sunday is the last day of voting for the university-wide student government elections.
Yes, and with almost entirely new slate of candidates on the ballot, the results promise so interesting, to say it at least. Noah Block has the interesting.
MSU Denver is a school with a student population of over 17,000. And yet last year, only 309 participated in the elections for the Student Advocacy Council, also known as TSAC. There isn't much debate as to why this is. Metro is on a commuter campus and has a relatively high proportion of transfer and online students, so it makes sense that most don't stick around long enough to get involved in student politics. However, the problem remains of how TSAC, its members, faculty advisors, and newest batch of candidates can generate higher voter turnout and accomplish the outreach that they desperately need. Amelia Federico, a community organizer and first-time candidate for the council this year, has a few ideas.
And I think you need to meet people where they're at, class representations. So I did one yesterday, right? Voting started yesterday on the 8th, and I did a classroom presentation at the end. My professor was like, go ahead. And I was like, all right. And I was really excited. Some people, it's really like they come to class and then they leave. The second that the professor says, okay, have a good day, they're out. Maybe it's for another class, maybe it's for another job, but I think when I was like, let's sit, I want to have a conversation with y'all, they're like, huh? And a lot of people don't even know that you can come and testify. You can give like public comment at those meetings, which I think is really important because everybody has an issue that they care about, whatever it is. And that issue is important to them. And so knowing where to tap into that space of, oh, I can advocate this here, that builds that relationship.
Federico also spoke strongly against the demotion of Chicano Studies Chair Adriana Nieto back in December, as well as the lack of apology for the incident when the president of the university reinstated Nieto in February.
It's really scary. Higher education is still an institution, right? It wasn't built to promote students of color, to support them, to retain them. But just because it was built that way doesn't mean it has to stay that way. But in order for it to change, has to be a collective, deep-seated commitment to uplift students of color in total.
With 12 available seats, including a student trustee and 2 representatives to the council's advisory board, and only 10 candidates, it seems that the election will once again be determined by who chose to apply and not so much by the voters, who can utilize a ranked choice voting system either in person or online at Roadrunner Link. Regardless of the number of candidates, however, Amelia is well positioned, with the longest policy platform of anyone running, and her passion for connecting fellow students with resources is evident.
The RTD eco passes were at one point free to students. They are now not, but employees have access to that. And so, in my view, to be an open access campus, that is those free RTD passes for students is a vital part of that. And we need to reinstate that.
All of the positions up for election serve a term of 1 calendar year before having to run again. So the question is, what do you want to see change for the next year? For the EMET Report, I'm Noah Block.
Between the 3 colleges on campus, it's often difficult to stay signed into a single Wi-Fi network, and with students constantly having to log in when moving from place to place, the new EMET program aims to solve that problem over the next year. The project aims to consolidate Wi-Fi access through the 2 new networks, EMET and EMET Guest. The pilot phase of the project is currently being tested in the Arts Building and will slowly be rolled out with a planned completion date of spring 2025. The process to log into these new networks is similar to what students currently do. Just go into the Wi-Fi through settings, click on EMET, enter your student email and password, and you'll be connected.
If you're a student who is passionate about video games and is very competitive, then you might like to hear this. This past Tuesday, the MSU Denver Gaming Club hosted a video game tournament where students, faculty members, and staff members were competing in a game called NBA Street, based on basketball on the street with famous teams like Los Angeles Lakers, Chicago Bulls, Boston Celtics, and many other teams. This event is part of the Denver's Day of Giving, and winners of the tournament received a cash prize to donate to the MSU Denver organization of their choice. This event was free. Food and drinks were provided, and students who didn't participate were able to play other things such as Guitar Hero and some fighting games. If you missed this event, then don't worry, because every week from Monday to Thursday, the MSU Gaming Club will be the West Patio at the PE building, where you can take a look and play some video games.
Also part of the Day of Giving, Alumni Relationship put on a fun and active event for all MSU students to enjoy while getting some exercise and building relationships with classmates. Now, yesterday in front of the Tivoli, the entire MSU Denver community was invited to participate in the Day of Giving Olympic Village, which took place from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. This event had such sports as spikeball, volleyball, and cornhole, and there was a spikeball tournament, which again gave students the opportunity to win some money and donate to MSU program of their choice. This fun and vibrant event was designed to bring students together and to get them to enjoy some sun while playing sports with their peers. To learn more on future events or to send a donation, please visit givecampus.com.
Tomorrow, MSU Denver Rec is hosting Rowdy's Cookout, and the event for students to connect with the Denver community and enjoy some refreshments and even some games. This new tradition is open to students, friends, and family alike, hosted at the Oakane Park from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The event will include a variety of food options, games like cornhole and volleyball, and an assortment of activities for students to explore resources that campus recreation offers. Don't miss out on this opportunity to socialize, meet new friends, and learn more about the MSU Denver has to offer in terms of recreation and community events. For more information and to RSVP for this event, head over to the Campus Rec's Instagram at MSU Denver Rec. After almost 10 years of a blurry stains in Iran human rights history, the MSU Denver English Department hosted an event at the MCA, The Cube, to show the film 7 Winters in Tehran.
That's right, Deanna. It's a heartbreaking story of Reina Jabari, a young Iranian girl unjustly accused of murder. We had the opportunity to learn more about this theme through our reporter Fabrizio Escalona. Let's take a look.
We are here today in the beautiful neighborhood of Norfolk Central Park. In this mall behind me is located a community organized event venue called the NCA The Cube. When today we're going to witness an event called 7 Winters in Tehran that remember the tragic story of Reina Jabari, a young Iranian woman of justice or accused of murder and sentenced to death. So let's take a look. Reina Jabari was a woman who was just 19 years old, was sentenced to death for the murder of a man who abused her. Through her letters from prison, 7 Winters in Tehran reversed the emotional and complex letter of her 7 years fight for freedom, offering a moving look at human resilience and the search for justice. Although no foreign material from the film can be related, the film chronicles the fate of a woman who becomes a symbol of resistance and women's rights even beyond the borders of Iran. To learn more details about the objective that this film lists off, we have the person who made this project possible, the film and media studies professor Vincent Pituro.
I saw this film for the first time over a year ago at the Berlin Film Festival, and the director was there, Stephanie Niedersall, and the mother of the subject of the film, Rehanna, her mother, Shula, was there, and they were talking about it. And I just thought that their story needed to be shared with as many people as possible. And it's not the kind of film that will be seen on any, U.S. screens, movie theaters for one, and perhaps it will be on one of the streaming services someday, but it's not yet. So nobody in the U.S. has really had an opportunity to see this film. And I think it's important to understand the political system in Iran, the lack of rights for women in Iran.
If you're talking with students like me, what impact do you think that will generate for the MSU students? What message can they get from this experience?
Well, I think there's a few things. Number one is that I want everybody to share the film. I want everybody to share it and amplify it so that more and more people can see this. More and more people can see what's happening to women around the world. And when we support them, they have a better chance. And so when I say they, the family of Rehana, but also Iranians and Iranian women in general, when we support them, then they have a better chance of achieving more rights in their country. So that's number one. The other thing is that we have to understand that our rights in our own country are there. We don't keep our rights in our own country by sitting on our hands, right? We have to go out and vote. We have to activate. We have to protest. We have to make our own voices known in our own country for all the things that we want.
Fabrice Escalona for the EMET Report.
Colorado's motorcycling community eagerly anticipates a new area of traffic navigation following the passage of SB 24-079. On April 4th, Governor Jared Polis signed SB 24-079 into law, and this bill allows motorcycles to drive between vehicles when they're stopped. This practice is also known as lane filtering. Now, the bill requires speeds must be kept under 15 miles per hour and lanes must be wide enough for safe passage, and all other conditions have to be safe in order to have a pass in the first place. Now, the bill will be going into effect on August 7th. Until then, motorcyclists will have to wait their turn in traffic.
Last weekend, wind blew through the Denver area and the surrounding area, running up to nearly 100 miles per hour. Xcel Energy warned the residents that they will shut down their power before the storm. However, it was a very short notice for everyone. Starting last Saturday, over 50,000 residents and businesses who rely on power from Xcel Energy were cut off and were planned to stay throughout Sunday. For some, that was not the case. Residents and businesses in Boulder County, Gilpin, Jefferson, Larimer, Douglas, Broomfield, and the West Denver metro area were all affected. Some businesses and homes did not get power until just a few days ago. Xcel stated that reasoning for this outrage is to prevent any potential wildfires that may spark from the high winds, especially around the foothills. Governor Jared Polis sent a letter to Xcel CEO saying that customers had complained about the little warning they had before their power was cut, with only notified Friday evening, hours before the power was cut out.
Well, now it's time to see what we can expect from weather this week.
That's right, Maya. Let's go ahead and turn over to the Met Report, Ben Pearse. Ben, what's the weather looking like this week?
Thanks, guys. For today's forecast, we are expecting a high of 79 with winds coming in southeast at about 9 miles per hour and some clouds throughout the day. That warmer weather will stick around, leading us into the weekend. On Saturday, we're expecting a high of 77 degrees, and on Sunday, a projected high of 83. So this weekend will be definitely a nice one. Make sure you take advantage of that nice weather. As we begin to look into the weekly forecast, those warmer temperatures might not be sticking around for long. Monday, we have a high of 71, and on Tuesday, we have a high of 72 with some sunny, breezy in the afternoon. Wednesday, a high of 61, mild cloud coverage and the chance of precipitation. Thursday, high of 51 with some rain and snow in the late afternoon. And on Friday, we have a chilly 47, cloudy, and snow and rain throughout the day. Make sure you take some time to go into the mountains this weekend before we get into that cold Thursday and Friday. Thank you for sticking around for the weather, and don't go anywhere because after the break, we have Luke in the latest with entertainment.
What is up, guys? I'm Luke Maestas, here to bring you the latest in the world of entertainment. Let's get started. WrestleMania has been going strong for 40 years. From MSG to Lincoln Field, it is wrestling's pinnacle. And for 2 nights last week, epic tag team and main event showdowns provided its legacy in WrestleMania 40. On night one, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins teamed up against Roman Reigns and The Rock in a third tag team main event in history. The match lasted 50 minutes, ending in victory for Roman Reigns and The Rock. This set up Reigns versus Rhodes on night 2 under Bloodline rules. On Sunday, Roman Reigns' 3.5-year run as WWE Champion came to an end when he faced Cody Rhodes again in WrestleMania's main event. For the second year in the middle of the match, interference came with the surprise returns from John Cena and The Undertaker. But Rhodes sealed the win, closing his story in triumph and starting a new era in the WWE. Get ready to start the summer with some good vibrations as Disney Plus presents an exclusive peek into one of their newest documentaries, following the journey of one of the most legendary bands. The Beach Boys are hitting the big screen with a film set to premiere on May 24th, celebrating their groundbreaking music and legacy. The documentary includes never-before-seen footage and interviews with original members Brian Wilson, Mike Love, Al Jardine, David Marks, and Bruce Johnston. With special guests like Janelle Monáe, Ryan Tedder, and Lindsey Buckingham, the film offers a glimpse into the band's journey like never before. So get ready to ride the tidal waves this summer of nostalgia this May. Do you want to become friends with Billie Eilish? Well, now you can. The pop singer is now allowing fans to take part in her Instagram friendship circle. Last week, Eilish's fans were shocked to see a Green's Friends Only sticker next to the pop star's recent Instagram stories. And theories about why immediately followed, with people speculating it had to do something with their new album, set to release on May 17th of this year. The album follows Eilish's win at the Grammys for the song What Was I Made For on the Barbie soundtrack. So whether if you're friends with Billie Eilish or not, we can all agree we would love to hear new music from her. Hold on to your hats, folks, because Beyonce is shaking up the Billboard charts like never before. It has just been over 2 weeks since the release of her album, Cowboy Carter, and we are now at the stage where we must ask ourselves, is there anything Beyonce can't do? With Texas Hold'em and Two Most Wanted and Jolene, Beyonce has simultaneously claimed the top 3 spots on the country songs chart, becoming the first woman to ever do so. Her latest country-inspired album has skyrocketed to the #1 spot on the Billboard's top country albums chart, making her the first Black woman to ever accomplish the feat. The iconic features of the album, like Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, and Stevie Wonder, Beyonce's influences continue to break down barriers in the music industry. Well, folks, that's all the time that we have today for EMET, but don't go anywhere, because after the break, we have Brandi Rose with sports.
Hello, sports fans. It's your girl, Brandi Rose, here to bring a touch of glam to the sports world. So let's dive right in. Well, professional sports in the city of Oakland is all but over. This comes after the Oakland Athletics announced that the team will be playing its home games in Sacramento for the foreseeable future. The A's will play in the 14,000-seat Suter Health Park starting next season. The stadium operates as home of the Sacramento River Cats, which are the AAA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. This continues a tragic trend of teams leaving the bright side of the Bay, with the Warriors leaving for San Francisco in 2019, the Raiders leaving for Vegas in 2020, and the A's also set to move to Sin City later this decade, after their stadium on the Strip is completed. Campus Rec offers so many different opportunities for students to compete in college athletics with fellow students, from hockey to competitive dance, basketball, lacrosse, volleyball, golf, and so many more. This week I got the opportunity to head down to the Diamond to check out club baseball. Let's take a look. Baseball is back in the Mile High City, and in the heart of Auraria, just down the street from the Blake Street Bombers, is a team that plays not for fame or fortune, but for the love of the game and dedication to one another. The 11-1 MSU Denver club baseball team hosts their practices here at the Roadrunner Athletic Center every Monday, a close group who support each other on and off the field. Because for them, it's not just about scoring runs and striking out opponents. It's about forging bonds, overcoming challenges, and celebrating victories, big or small. With their upcoming road trip to Oregon, the team emphasized their dedication to maintaining their strong play and good academic standing.
But just having the right mindset, getting it done, pushing hard, and the way we practice and the way we play, and also our coaches, they make us work hard every single practice.
It's clear these players understand the importance of balancing teamwork in both their athletic and academic pursuits here at Metro State. For the Met Report, I'm Brandi Rose. And continuing our coverage of baseball, this past week, MSU Denver's D2 team played against New Mexico Highlands at the Assembly Athletic Complex here on campus. Kicking off the series on Friday afternoon, the Roadrunners notched a 15-4 victory against the Cowboys, with Andrew Biddle and Zach Schuler scoring 3 runs apiece. On Saturday, in a high-scoring affair, Metro won 26-14, with Jesse Velders and Andrew Biddle each scoring 5 runs. In Game 3 on Sunday, a shutout, their second of the season, bludgeoning New Mexico Highlands 17-0. MSU's pitchers only allowed 4 hits all game, compared to 18 from their opponents. And in the final game of the series, a doubleheader also on Sunday, the Roadrunners found themselves tied in the bottom of the 8th until right fielder Cam Uran homered to center field and won MSU the game 9-8. If you miss these games, their next home game is tomorrow at noon against Colorado Mesa. The MSU Denver Club dance team was sent off with style, embarking on their journey to compete on the national stage. Last weekend's send-off event held at the PE Event Center saw several talented groups of dancers from all over the state, from youth dancers to high school athletes and, of course, your very own Roadrunner dancers, hosting a variety of dance styles from contemporary to even hip-hop. The dance team received an overwhelming amount of support and well wishes from friends, fans, and family as they prepared to represent their school on a national level. The event allowed the team to showcase their incredible dedication to their craft and hard work put in by each and every performer, leaving fans in the audience in awe of their talent. These Roadrunner dancers are excited to bring their unique style and energy to the national stage and make their school proud. I went down to check out this event and got the opportunity to speak with MSU dancer and club vice president Peyton Rose about their program and upcoming nationals performance. Here's what she had to say.
Our program is so accepting to all dance styles, all dance levels. We want as many people as we can on the team, and that's just honestly our mission statement, is to just grow and build that solid foundation. We have such a solid group of girls. We're all super close. It's such a great girlhood. So it's like a great group of friends. And then, yeah, you just get involved with the school, which is a huge thing at Metro too. It's so much more fun to be involved.
And with that ends our sports segment. Be sure to check out our YouTube channels for updates on all your favorite sports. Once again, I'm Brandi Rose. Now let's send it back over to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Brandi.
Well, Deanna, we have something wonderful to announce today.
That's right, Maya. We have the extreme honor to congratulate our reporter, Sassy Montenegro, for her win at the CBAs on Saturday.
Thank you guys. Sassy, congratulations. How do you feel for winning this award?
Thank you guys. I feel very happy, very grateful, and thankful for everyone who's been supporting me. And I do want to come on here and say thank you to Sara and Bertin Galvez for allowing me to document and share their journey on this. It really meant a lot. So thank you. And thank you for everyone. Mom and Dad, love you. But yeah, thank you guys.
Sassy.
Thank you.
If you haven't seen her now award-winning documentary on Historia Verdadera, check out our EMET TV channel in the description below.
Well, that's all we have for you today. I'm your host with the most, Miah.
Be sure to check out our most content in themetmedia.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with our weekly broadcast.
From all of us in the Met Report, thank you for joining us. I'm Diana Corral.
And I'm Miah Ntepp. Bye, everyone.